Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, the Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba met the Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó today in Brussels. As I covered it earlier today, the meeting was as expected. They had a frank conversation with one another, but nothing solved. Why? Because it's unsolvable. The things are not in Ukraine. The things are in Al Capone's yard and the Brussels. So let me show you here 3 articles coming from the Ukrainians reporting on this. I also tried to access Peter Szijjártó's Facebook, where he posted a little summary of that little thing, but I couldn't find it I found it in Hungarian, so I said, well, my Hungarian is kind of like rusty, so gyors outside of it. So let's see what's going on here. Ukrainska Pravda. Hungarian foreign minister does not change his mind about decisions on Ukraine at the EU summit after conversation with Kuleba. Photo. Monday, 11 December 2023. Of course. What is to change? You think you change it like what? These guys don't want to change. It's about their country, their nation. It's not about the 3 things left and right. Yeah, I'm going to give you some money. Okay. Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó spoke on Facebook about his meeting with Ukrainian counterpart Dmytro Kuleba. This was the first conversation of the 2 ministers since the beginning of Russia's full-scale bababab. In his Facebook post, Szijjártó once again reiterated the Hungarian authorities' thesis that since 2015, Ukraine has, and I'm quoting, constantly introduced regulations that have increasingly restricted the rights of the Hungarian national community. He confirmed that in his conversation with Kuleba, they spoke primarily about the EU summit's upcoming decisions on Ukraine, which, according to Budapest, and I'm quoting, are of historic importance for the future of the entire EU. So this is a picture on Szijjártó's Facebook as well. And here is the little meeting between the 2. Right here, there's some pictures with the 2. The Hungarian emblem over there, Hungary's emblem, pop. And here's the meeting. Oh, here's Romania right here. It's very interesting. Hungary is somewhere here, right in the middle. But this is mostly Romania, and then over there is Ukraine. So Peter Szijjártó, 2 men, and you got Kuleba with the same suit and a man texting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we got that covered. So let's go back to these guys. In his Facebook post, Szijjártó once again reiterated the thesis about that. He confirmed his conversation with Kuleba, tralala. Then I'm quoting, the proposal for the decision is unprepared. The European Commission has practically no idea about the impact of Ukraine's membership in the EU would have on the whole community. It is enough to think about what unmanageable problems the previous decisions of the European Commission on grain transit or abolishing the mandatory licensing of Ukrainian trucks has caused, the Hungarian Foreign Minister wrote. So what you saw over here is basically what they say here in this. Other topics of the discussion, including the issue of national minorities and Ukraine's adoption of new legislation based on the recommendation of the Council of Europe and the European Commission. However, it is certain that both of us remain committed to the further development of bilateral relations, Szijjártó concluded. So what's going on here? You see this? Ukraine. Now here we have, where is it? Right here. Hungary. Is this a little thing here on top of Romania right here? On top of Romania. So this is Hungary right here. This is Romania, this is Slovakia, this is Ukraine. This region right here, that's called Zakarpattia or Transcarpathia. And this, at one point, a long time ago, I don't know, the First World War, belonged to the Hungarians, maybe between the first and the second. And it was given to these guys, to Ukrainians, by the Soviets and the Americans. All right, so this is what the Ukrainians are. This is some Hungarians live over here. So these are their minorities. When you hear about the minorities, this is what they're talking about, that area. Ukrainska Pravda, another article. Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister spoke with Hungarian Foreign Minister. Monday, December 11, 2023. I think she said, isn't she the one who said that? Yeah, I think yeah, she is. Olha Stefanitskaya. She said there's no such thing as Russian-speaking minority or Ukrainians or something like that in Ukraine. This one, which is talking about integration. So she is the Deputy Prime Minister, what the hell, of European and Euro-Atlantic integration of Ukraine. Spoke with Peter Szijjártó, Hungarian Foreign Minister, according to the Deputy Prime Minister, during an important exchange of views. All right, different. They discussed in details the steps of reforms that Ukraine has taken within the framework of the 7 criteria of the European Commission. So she also expressed hope that she would meet with Szijjártó in Kiev one of these days. I guarantee you not, but I think he's okay because he got big balls and he's smart and courageous. And he says there are many ways to strengthen cooperation between the European Union and Ukraine, but the community, this is what he said in his post. So let's go back. Let's go to the last article, Ukrainska Pravda, Kuleba on results of meeting with Hungarian Foreign Minister. We've had a sincere conversation, I hope. And I guarantee you, Szijjártó beat this guy's round-headed ass right here. Okay. So, he says that Kuleba spoke about the results. The Ukrainian foreign minister said he has a long, sincere conversation with Szijjártó. And I'm quoting Kuleba, we have known each other for a long time, although this is the first time since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion that we sat down and had a thorough conversation. We answered each other's questions honestly. Ukraine and Hungary have some questions for each other, Kuleba said. I don't think that Kuleba can really speak honestly. I heard him, I listened to him. I think he's just not prepared. Maybe he is a sincere guy, but I heard him making statements and he's not really, he's very, I don't want to say extreme, because extreme is not necessarily bad in certain circumstances, but I don't think you can have a conversation with him. He spoke about what's his name, Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, who just plays with this guy like I play with my cat. And Kuleba spoke really like a schoolboy. And I was like, my man, I mean, anyway, so let's go back to these guys. Quote, I understand that everyone is waiting for an answer. Give us some time. I'm going to report to President Zelensky right now. Peter will report to his prime minister. In the meantime, I want to give one signal. I have made it clear, Peter, we have a common future in Europe. We have to get there as soon as possible together, but not like this. It's not like this. Let me tell you how. When you let's say you are 20 and you have a minor. You're not gonna, we don't. You're not here yet. You have to grow. You have to develop. And then maybe somewhere down there, maybe we're gonna meet again. But now, under no circumstances, something like this will happen. So the same here. What I told Kuleba, your country is at war with Russia. Russia will beat NATO in Ukraine. What are you talking about? You really have nothing. And you try to fuck Ukrainian up anyway with the sanctions, remember? So you want to destroy the Ukrainians. Now you're talking so nicely and frankly and sincerely because the Hungarians dragged you here. It's like you with a dog. You train the dog, not the dog trains you. You're the human, the dog is the dog. So it's not when the dog wants something, the dog gets you. When you want something, you decide when the dog gets you. So the same is here. I'm not saying that Ukraine is a dog and the other one's okay, so don't be dumbasses here. I'm just saying, not you, they. Okay. Why? Because it's just, Ukraine, remember, wanted Hungary to get rid of its oil and gas coming from, and nuclear energy coming from the Russians. There is like destroying their country, their nation. That's our Ukraine wanted from Hungary. And only because Hungary withstood the garbage these guys were pushing on von der Leyen and other idiots in Brussels, and those were pushing and putting pressure on Hungary, just because Hungary has big balls and it didn't cave in and say, you. That's why now they are like, oh, we know each other for a long time. You wanted to pull a Gaddafi on me. It doesn't work that way. Now we're talking decent because I trained you. I said no. To Brussels, first to you, then to Brussels, then to your leader, your guy in charge, Al Capone, then to your Zelensky Steins. And that's why we meet right now here. That's why. Otherwise, you wouldn't have wanted to meet me whatsoever. Remember the energy. The Ukrainians wanted Hungary to don't buy anything from the Russians. Why? I have nothing with the Russians. You have. And you have because of those guys have. You idiots. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I knew that's the way it would happen because Szijjártó is too smart and he can't be, bullied and smacked around. Kuleba can, but Szijjártó cannot. It's impossible. I watched Szijjártó many times, interviews, debates, interviews especially, with weasels from the Western media. Assholes. Rude. Not pressing him. That's a different way you can press people instead of interrupting all the time and looking down and accusing without any evidence. Luckily, Szijjártó is smart, has balls, and smack each and every of these British reporters, interviewers, American interviewers. That's what I'm talking about, not those guys. Some Zelensky Steins as well. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. And if Kuleba wanted to dare to challenge Szijjártó, he knew, Kuleba knows he is not in the same league with Szijjártó or with Wang Yi from China, or with, what's his name, Lavrov, or with Dr. Jai Shankar of India. Those are the guys. Those are diplomats. These guys are just, in a bazaar. They just exchange money and little colored little things and clothes, and they're schemers. They're schemers. That's what they are. Those guys are put in these schemers. You can put what's his name, Blinken, you can put Baerbock, you can put Liz Truss, you can put Cameron, now he's over there. You can put these guys, you can put the Romanians, whomever he is, I don't even know. But I just have a gut feeling that if they have Ciolacu as the Prime Minister of Romania, with Iohannis, the President of Romania, who could be the Prime Minister? A guy like Szijjártó? Fuck no. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.